All right, I'll start again. You didn't hear me confusing myself of what I didn't know what we were doing at the minute. Breath and body. So we're working on pranayama all throughout November, our breath practice, but this class particularly suits itself to that because we sort of move a little bit slower. So today we are doing two types of breath work, or focus on our breath. So one is where we're going to take this circular breath where we breathe from parts of the body. It might be feet to shoulders, shoulder to feet, or sit bones, or however we are. So we create a circular breath. And then we're also going to do an expansive breath where we breathe sort of from the spine, awareness in the spine, expanding out as we breathe in, and then drawing back as we breathe out. So we will take those two sort of focus on the breath in various poses. All right, so if you're using your playlist, you can put that on, and we're just going to start in a comfortable seat. So however you want to begin, feel free to prop yourself up. That's it. Make yourself comfortable, close the eyes. And just enjoy landing in your space this morning, being here. Knowing that you've got the next 45 minutes just to connect in with yourself, to breathe. And be aware of what's arrived with you onto the mat this morning. No judgment there, just observing. Noticing anything that can be put to one side. And then turning your awareness to the present moment, what's here with you right now. And focus on the breath. Don't alter the breath in any way, just feel the breath as it passes in and out of the body. Feel those small movements that match the breath. Gentle rise and fall through the chest. Maybe gentle movement through the belly. Let go of anything that doesn't need to be held on to, whether that's physical or otherwise. All right, take the awareness down into your left hip, your left sit bone. It's going to be the starting point for our circular breath. So as you breathe in, breathe up to the left shoulder. And then breathe out across to the right shoulder. Breathe in to the right hip or sit bone. Breathe out to the left sit bone. Stay with this breath, inhaling up to the left shoulder. Exhaling across the chest to the right. Draw the breath down as you inhale, right hip. And then across to the left. Take one or two more circles of this breath on your own. Try not to hurry the breath, so slow your awareness as it moves to each body part. When you complete your circles, just breathe normally. And we take it the other way. Drop the awareness into the right hip. And from there, use your inhalation to lift up to the right shoulder. Exhale across to the left. Inhale down into the left hip. Exhale across to the right. Take a couple more circles on your own. When you've completed those circles, just stay for a couple of breaths, easy breathing. And then from there, we take some nice slow side bends. So eyes can be open or closed. Take an inhale to reach the arms up. Your exhale takes you over to the right hand side. We consciously stay for one full breath. Breathe into the left. Breathe out to stay. And then come up on the inhale. Take it over to the left. Big expansive breath into the right hand side. Lifting on your next inhale. Take one more at this speed each way. So you complete a full breath in and out as you pause. No hurry to finish those breaths. When you do, you're just lifting back to center, bringing the soles of the feet together so you can drop forward into your cobbler pose or bound angle. So hold on to the ankles, the feet lift through the chest. Hinge yourself forward, allow yourself to round gently through the spine. And turn awareness to that expansive breath here. Breathe first of all into the back of the body. And then breathe more into the front of the body. The belly can inflate as you breathe, find space. And then from there, lift yourself up nice and slowly. Move round to your tabletop position. Connect through the palms. Be aware of your breath. Let it guide you through cat and cow. Breathing in as you soften the belly down. Breathing out as you arch the spine, draw belly up. Move with these at your own speed, with your breath. Treat them almost as a cleansing breath. So as you breathe in, as you offer the heart forward, you're filling with what you need. You're using that exhale to get rid of what you don't. Take a couple more. From there, you're going to sit back onto the heels. Still using the breath here. Take an inhale to lift up onto the knees, lift the arms, gaze up. As you exhale, wing the arms behind you and tip forward. Forehead towards the mat, maybe not really touching down though, more control. Take the inhale to lift, hips come forward, rise through the fingers. Exhale, bow forward. Take two more on your own. You finish those breaths, sit back on the heels. Puff the chest, interlace the fingers behind, draw the shoulders back, lift the heart up. Expansive breaths into the front of the body. So we'll do this in a few poses today. Feel like you're opening the shoulders back, like you're creating distance between the two heads of the shoulders, or lengthening collarbones, whatever sensation works. Take a couple of breaths. And then release the arms, bring them back in front of the body. Take left arm under the right for eagle arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades up. Choice here, you can just breathe into the back body, use expansive breath, or you can take the circling breath from the left hip up as you breathe in, across as you breathe out, down to the right hip as you breathe in. So your choice, expand or circle your breath, a few rounds. Final circle of breath if you're taking that option. When you complete your circle, no hurry to get there, just shake the arms out. And do the same on the other side. So right arm under left, eagle arms. Your expansive breath is finding space between the shoulders. Your circling breath is going the other way. So right hip up and then across. Connect to Ujjayi breath if it's in your practice. Make the breath audible. Final circle of breath. When you complete it, you can shake the arms out. And you're coming forward into a down dog. So just in your own time, pedal the legs. Maybe a couple more breaths here, movement or stillness. And then walk yourself forward from there, top of the mat, forward fold. Just hang here, you can gently sway side to side. If you feel open enough through the backs of the legs, you can cup opposite elbow in hand. Really let the head hang down. Notice where your breath goes. Is it into the backs of the legs, the backs of the body? Can you expand anywhere? Release the hands. If you have them held around the elbows, bend into the knees. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. We're taking chair pose here at the top. Send the hips back. Keep the fingertips lifting. Press into the feet. And then work with your breath. Stand on your inhale. Open the chest. Wing the arms behind you. Exhale back into chair. Feet keep pressing down to open on the inhale, broad chest. Exhale, chair. Take a couple more. Lovely. Hold in your next chair. And move it into just half salutations, riding the breath as we move. So inhale to stand. Bring palms together. Exhale, hinge and fold yourself down. Nice and steady. Breathing in, halfway lift. Exhale to drop. Inhale, root to rise. Take it straight back down as you exhale. Inhale, halfway. And bow. You have one more. Inhale, lift. And bow. Halfway lift. Inhale, root to rise. Take the hands down by the side, finding that mountain pose, palms forward. Separate the feet a little if you need to stay nice and balanced. Press down into all four corners of the feet. Pick up that circular breath, left foot to left shoulder, across the body, and then inhaling down to the right foot. Keep that awareness firmly in the body part that you're breathing to. One more circle. Whenever you finish that circle, just let the hands come down to rest by the sides. Just take some sways side to side. So you're dropping one hand down the side of the body, keeping nice and open through the front. Don't drop the shoulder that's lifting. Just take some easy side bends. Lovely. And then come back up to center, bring hands to the heart, press down into the left foot, and then bring your right foot into tree pose. So it can be ankle, calf, or inner thigh, doesn't matter. Just focus on opening that right hip, really connecting through the left foot. Draw the belly in, send the tailbone down, so you're keeping that strength and stability all the way up to the crown of the head. Be aware of your breath as you keep that focus, your drishti, something in front that's not moving. Yeah, and then release the foot. Just bring the knee up in front. Take a few circles of the right ankle. Still keeping that left leg nice and strong, nice and straight. And then float the right foot back behind you. Come into your crescent lunge. So nice strong legs, reach the arms up. Drop the shoulders down the back of the body, and here we move into that expansive breath again across the chest. So feel like as you breathe in, you almost draw the shoulders back a little bit. Find that tiny bit more space through the front of the body. Lovely. One more big breath here. And then from here, you're just going to drop the back knee down to the mat, untuck the toes, interlink the fingers behind the head, push the head back into the hands, and find a tiny bit more openness through the chest. Try not to arch completely through the low back. Draw the tailbone down. Keep pressing into the feet. One more breath. And then release the hands down to the floor. Pick up your back knee, so you're in your runner's lunge. We'll float it forward and back. So lift the chest, big breath in. Guide the hips back as you breathe out. Doesn't have to be a deep fold. Stay with your breath. Come forward on the inhale. Hips back as you exhale. One more, just the same. And then we come forward on the inhale. Take it back on the exhale, but to fold for a little bit longer. So think about leveling off the hips. Drop yourself down. That back heel might be lifted, or you can send it towards the mat. Breathe into the back of your left leg, your front leg. Lovely. Lift the chest, bend back into your left leg. Right heel drops in, setting up for warrior two. When you're there, press into the feet, windmill yourself up, settle into warrior two. Feel that expansion across the chest as you breathe in, like your fingertips are getting further apart. Yeah, and then come up, straighten the legs, turn toes to face that right-hand side of your mat, hands on the hips. Take an inhale. Forward fold, wide-legged forward fold as you exhale. So hinge and drop the body down. Settle into that forward fold. As we did in our forward fold at the top of the mat, just find where it feels natural for you to expand here. Sometimes it's through the back body, sometimes it's across the back of the thighs. If you're a little bit more lifted, it might feel like you want to breathe into the chest and drop a little bit further as you breathe out. Just notice what feels right for you. Take a few breaths. And then lift up halfway back onto the fingertips. Walk round to the top of the mat. Step forward into your fold. Take an inhale, root to rise. Come back to your mountain pose. Widen the feet if you need to so that you can ground. Take awareness down into that right foot. Use your breath to circle, lifting to right shoulder on your inhale. Across the body as you exhale. Pick up that circling breath pattern. One more round of breath to travel around the body. When you have taken that breath, release the hands down to press against the sides of the body. Just take easy side sways. Keep awareness through the soles of the feet like they are stabilizing you as you move. And then come back up through center, bring hands to the heart, lift and lower all the toes on your right foot so you have your foundation, and lift left leg into tree pose. Feel as if the whole right hand side of the body is drawing into that midline. Same with the left, but we're opening the knee. Bring the left foot in front, take a few circles in both directions of the ankle. Yeah, and then step that left foot back, returning to a crescent lunge. Settle in, draw the left thigh back. Notice where the shoulders are, drop them away from the ears, and then find a sense of broadness across the chest as you breathe. It's almost like the arms travel further back. So if they're more forward at the beginning, you might be able to draw them back in line with the ears, maybe even further back. Keep broadening, breathing here. And then we soften the left knee down to the mat, untuck the toes, interlace the fingers, push the head back, open the elbows. A few more breaths. And then release the hands down. Pick up the back knee, runner's lunge to move forward and back. Lift the heart on the inhale. Send the hips back on the exhale. Easy movement, just building length into the back of the right leg. Lovely. Good. You're just going at your own speed. When you're on your fourth one, you're staying back in your fold over the right leg. So no hurry to get there. Nice. Lovely. Take those breaths. Come back forward. Drop in the left heel, and then windmill yourself up, warrior two, facing the left-hand side. A few breaths there just to plug down into the feet, to expand between fingertips. And then we straighten the legs, turn to the left-hand side of the mat, turn the toes forward, taking that wide forward fold. Nice big inhale into the chest. Hinge and drop forward, wide leg forward fold. Notice where it feels natural to expand in this breath, and then try and find somewhere else. So move the awareness into a different body part. See if you can create more space there. Lovely, come back up halfway. Walk yourself round to the top of the mat, right foot's forward. From here, step back into your high plank. Lengthen out, knees can always drop. Staying long through the spine, press the earth away, take a final big breath in. Knees or toes, lower yourself all the way down. Keep the hands underneath the shoulders, maybe inch them slightly further down. Draw the elbows in. Lift on your inhale, coming into cobra, but finding that openness through the chest. And then lower back down. Yeah, take the inhale, lift. And lower. 2 or 3 more, lots of time just to ease in. Doesn't have to be high. Thinking more about expanding across the chest as you lift. One more. And then bring the hands in front to come into Sphinx pose. Gentler back bend here. Draw the elbows in towards you though. Lift away from your shoulders. So find a length in the neck as much as you can. Just release through the lower body. No effort there. And keep expanding across the chest every time you breathe in. Staying there as you breathe out. Lovely, drop down to the mat. Place hands back underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back through all fours. Widen the knees. Take a child's pose. So just connecting here, feel the palms connecting to the earth. Find length through the spine. Soften where you can. And then bring awareness back to that circling breath, starting from your left sit bone. Travel all the way up to the left hand. Take it across to the right hand. Breathe in down to the right hip. Take one full circle again that way. When you finish the circle, just pause, breathe naturally. And then take awareness to the right hip. And take those circles the opposite direction, lifting up, breathing into the right hand. Breathing out to the left hand. Keeping it going. 2 full circles of breath. And then when you're ready to, lifting back up through all fours. We're just going to bring ourselves forward into an easy pigeon, so nothing too dramatic to get in there, just bringing the right knee forward. If you would rather take deer pose with staggered shins, you can do. That's it. Drop yourself forward. Nothing much to be done here, just softening into the right hip. Enjoying the stretch. You can always connect to that expansive breath if it works here for you. Maybe just expanding through the back body, maybe expanding into the right hip where we feel that sensation in pigeon. When you're ready to, just lift back up onto the hands. Tuck your back toes, start to inch forward. We're coming into a sort of cross-legged position. Left knee is still behind the right. Open up your feet. And if you're comfortable to, just walk yourself back to finish in your shoelace pose with right knee on top. If you want to find another way there, you can, yeah, or drop onto a block. All right, so stay in your shoelace unless you want to straighten out your underneath leg. Just sit nice and tall, send the right hip down. Find expansion across the chest. A few more breaths here. If you want to tip forward to intensify, you can, or stay just where you are with that sense of broadness in the front. Option to come out of this. We're heading back towards a downward dog. So if you'd rather spin round and find your way there, you can, or you can come forward over the knees and then step back. Doesn't really matter how you get there. It's a final downward dog, so pedal the legs or find stillness. And then bring knees to the mat. Left knee coming through for pigeon pose. Nice and easy, drop yourself forward. Notice where needs your breath. Where can you soften? Final breaths into that left hip. Nice and slowly lifting back up onto the hands. Tuck the right toes to inch forward. Find your way into that cross tabletop position, left knee in front, or find your own way there. We're going to be sitting back so that your left knee is on top, shoelace legs. Make adjustments. Make sure it feels bearable, but still a nice stretch into the hips. Sit nice and tall. Root down into the sit bones and broaden across the chest. Final few breaths here to stay just as you are, or to hinge yourself forward. All right, come back up if you've leant forward. This time just gently unravel the legs. Inch forward if you need to. I was somewhere at the back of my mat. Lift the chest, lift the palms, roll yourself down to the mat. Draw the knees in when you get there. Hug them nice and close. Take a gentle rock, forward and back or side to side. All right, release the legs. Find your, even if you don't stay there for all of Shavasana, find your corpse pose with the legs out long, unless it really bothers your back, and then you can bend them. Take the hands out wide. Make any adjustments, lift and lower the body so that you can settle. And then for the final time, we return to that circular breathing. So we've done it in various positions. Our final one is lying, so awareness down into the left foot. And then as you breathe in, travel all the way up that left-hand side to the shoulder. Breathe across the chest. Breathing in down the full length of the right side. Travel across the feet. Take one more circle in that direction. Couple of easy breaths at the end. And then we take it the other way, awareness to the right foot to begin. Follow that breath as you breathe in all the way up the right hand side, across the body. Breathe in down the left. Take one more full circle. And then as you come to finish that breath, notice how the body feels. Be aware of the stillness, the weight of the body. Notice what's most serving to you to finish. Is it staying here or taking any other position? If you would like to, you can move into that. And then we take away any focus on controlling the breath. We're just here.
Allow the physical body to stay still, but just begin to re-energize your breath. Taking those deeper, expansive breaths. Return small movements into fingers and toes. Allow that movement to gradually spread. You can take a stretch or a rock of the head. And as you feel ready, increase those movements and eventually bring yourself slowly back to a seated position. Closing with that final awareness on the breath. Just the expansive breath. Feel it coming from the spine, expanding as you breathe in, gently dropping back as you breathe out.
From there, we close our practice. Final big breath in, reaching the arms up above the head. Breathing out as palms touch. Take the thumbs to the forehead for kind thoughts, to the lips for kind words, and to the heart for kind actions. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Namaste.